Day 2 of Revenants. A great start so far with 2 new collection log items obtained. Will the luck continue? Let's find out. Now, I haven't been here for very long and I get a message in my chat box saying a superior revenant has been awoken in the middle of the caves. Let's go and check it out. Now, this kill took a little longer than usual as there was only 2 of us killing the superior, but eventually killed it without taking too much damage and also no sign of PKers, which is always good to see. Didn't get anything this time, only some blighted Karambwans and a blighted super restore. Now normally I would teleport out as I normally get an item from this superior, but seeing as I didn't get anything and didn't eat much food, I will go back to my spot and continue killing the revenants. Not long after killing the revenant superior, I get a dragon plate skirt. This is the first dragon item on day 2, so a nice 160k drop straight in the looting bag. I eventually finished my first trip of the day and in my looting bag I managed to obtain over 600k worth of loot, which is very nice. Would have been a lot more if I got something from the Revenant Superior, but can't complain about this loot. Now, as you guys have noticed, I've been showing you my loot after most of my trips at Revenants, just so you guys can see how much GP I'm getting on average per hour, and of course it's nice to see how much I get per trip, as it can average from 100k up to 1 mil plus, depending if I get a rare item and how much loot I keep with me until I eventually teleport out. But like I said in the previous video, I'll keep all this loot a secret until the collection log is done, and then you'll see how much I've made in total, work out my GP rates per hour, etc. So really looking forward to that. I also ended the trip nicely with a couple of dragon plate skirts priced at 320k. And my total loot for this trip is over 700k, so really happy about that. Had to teleport out here as my crossbow ran out of Revenant Ether, which is quite annoying as I tend to forget about the charges quite a lot. But did end up with a respectable 430k worth of loot, so it's not too bad. Very early on into this trip and another Revenant Superior has been awoken in the caves, so let's check it out. This time there was a few of us killing the superior, and as usual I had to keep an eye out on PKers at all times, and in this kill I get myself a fantastic drop, which is a new collection log item, and this time it's an ancient statuette priced at 2 mil, and on top of that I get an ancient emblem as well, valued at 500k. This was also my first collection log item from Revenant, so technically I got myself 2 items in one drop. Now let's price check my loot from this trip, and I've made a whopping 2.9 mil. Not bad for a 10-minute Revenant trip. So let's take a quick look at the collection log, and I've unlocked 3 emblems now with 3 more to go. Then the tough part of the log is when I need to obtain the crossbow, mace, etc. So a great start to this Revenant grind so far. Now I was getting a little bit greedy in this trip as I decided to stay here as long as possible to get as much loot as I can, and towards the end of my trip I got myself 2 pairs of dragon plate legs once again priced at 320k. I actually thought I got a new item as I had a message in my chat box, but never mind. Now I should have teleported here, but me being me, I decided to carry on attacking the Revenants, and luckily no PKs came along, otherwise they would have got some juicy loot off me. But in this trip I got myself 454k in my looting bag and around 500k in my inventory, so pretty much a 1 mil trip, which is amazing, and luckily I teleported out safely. Now, only a few minutes into this trip, I come across my first PKer. This is also the first time getting tele-blocked as well, so I had no other choice but to run. A third superior revenant has spawned, and luckily I didn't have to move as it was right next to me. Now fortunately I was killing this for quite some time until someone else came along to help out, as I was slowly running out of supplies. And in this kill I didn't get a new item, but I did get another ancient emblem as well as a bracelet, so a nice 540k worth of loot there. And do you think I teleported out? Of course not. I thought I might as well stay and make the most of this trip to increase my GP and teleport out when I'm ready. And about 10 minutes later I decided to teleport out, as I had a full bag as well as my inventory was getting a little full as well. So the end of that trip I managed to make over 1 mil worth of loot, which is really nice. I think I need to start playing it safe because eventually I will get caught out by a PKer sooner rather than later. In the very next trip I come across another PKer, and once again they got the telly block, and the only way I can really escape is by using this agility shortcut. Let's see if I survive. Well, there you go guys, my first death of this Revenant collection log grind, and lost a total of 930k worth of loot. So that's a perfect example of why you shouldn't be greedy when looting too much in the Revenant caves, as it can be very tempting. I did come across another PK here, but luckily I got out safely. That cooldown for teleporting out is a real problem for me at the moment, but obviously an advantage for PKers, so I do have to be super quick when I spot PKers. So in that trip I made a respectable 500k, which is half of the loot I lost earlier, so it's not the end of the world. I bump into another PKer, and once again that teleport cooldown really messed me up, and as a result it got me telly blocked. So will I survive this time? Let's find out. And this is why having 89 agility is so handy, because in my experience I have noticed a lot of PKers don't have this agility level to jump the gap. Sometimes you get the odd one that has the level, which then you're pretty much dead, but 9 times out of 10 once you jump this gap and run a little bit, you're safe and you can log out or teleport, so thank God I didn't die again. Yep, you guessed it, another PKer. My reaction was a little bit slow here as I didn't see him coming along, but once again they got the telly block on me, so now I have to make a run for it. I managed to escape, but I think it's that time of the day where I will be bumping into PKs more often, as I was doing this in the evening time. So I think I have to wait till the morning and try again to see if it's more quiet. So as I'm about to end day 2, a 4th superior has spawned in the caves, so let's go and check it out. Now throughout this kill I've been on my own once again, and my supplies are running low, and the last thing I want now is a PKer to come along. That was so frustrating how that just happened, and the superior was so close to dying and I need to make it back to finish the kill, but the only issue is the PKer could be camping there to see if I come back, but nevertheless I have to check. But before I do that, let me bank my 430k loot what I got earlier on. Very surprised the Revenant Superior didn't despawn, so very happy with that. I'm also happy the PKer didn't hang around, which was quite surprising, but was definitely worth running back as I managed to get another ancient emblem and some magic logs, so a nice 500k worth of loot. on top of the 430k I got earlier on. So almost another 1 mil trip in total, so very pleased with that. So in day 2 I managed to survive all encounters from PKs apart from the one where I lost 930k, but managed to get that GP back within a couple of trips, so it's not the end of the world. But once again I managed to loot an amazing amount of GP, so a fantastic start to day 2 with one new collection log item, and very looking forward to starting day 3 and seeing if the luck will continue. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below as I love to see your feedback as usual, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.